Congratulations, PBIS Maryland, for 20 awesome years of providing a continuum of positive social, academic, and behavioral support for children and youth in Maryland. After early versions of PBIS were developed and tested in the early 1990s, PBIS got a great jump start with funding of the PBIS Center in 1996. After 20 years and 5 years successful funding cycles, the center began a new 5 years of federal funding in 2019. Critical to the evolution of the PBIS framework has been the development of high-fidelity, sustained, and scaled examples of PBIS outcomes, practices, and systems. Maryland PBIS is one of our first and finest examples of school, county, and state PBIS implementation, which we frequently and specifically reference in our work across the U.S. as well as internationally. Maryland PBIS is exemplary because of your cohesive and deliberate consideration of research partnerships, adoption of evidence-based practices, priority to implementation fidelity, database decision-making, deliberate dissemination, ongoing emphasis on sustainability and scaling, collaboration of public and private entities, and alignments with district, county, and state policy. Personally, PBIS Maryland has given me many fantastic friends and colleagues, and I'll forever be grateful for what I've learned from Rachel, Bert, Milt, Jenny, Susan, Patty, Phil, Catherine, Jerry, and many others who are critical members of the PBIS Maryland family. Thank you again for your wonderful contributions to supporting Maryland students, educators, and family members, and we look forward to more examples and outcomes from PBIS Maryland. Again, congratulations.
Hello, my name is Susan Barrett, and I wanted to wish you all a huge congratulations for your 20th birthday, PBIS Maryland. It has been an incredible journey, and to watch the growth with you all and seeing the outcomes for students has just been magnificent. So happy 20th, congratulations. You should be supercharged today. You've made quite the impact, not only in Maryland, but really across the country and the world for that matter. We're in over 27,000 schools in the United States. That's about 30%, and the outcomes really speak for themselves. So congratulations, and here's to another 20.
Hello, my name is Roger Prince, the principal of Rockledge Elementary School in Bowie, Maryland. I'm a proud principal of a PBIS school. PBIS stands for Positive Behaviors, Interventions, and Supports. And we have been implementing PBIS across our school for the past 3 years. And some main factors of PBIS is really emphasizing positive behaviors, teaching children how to follow those expectations all across the school, in assemblies, in hallways, on the bus, in the classrooms, and on the playground. And not only that, but teaching our teachers to use that same language consistently across the school. Another level of that is educating our parents about that particular language. Here at Rockledge, we have what is called a matrix, and our matrix outlines all areas of PBIS across the building. And we use this matrix. It's posted in the hallways, it's posted in the bathrooms, it's posted on the refrigerators of our parents. And again, the importance of making sure that we have a common language to refer to. It's about consistency. It's about a daily effort to ensure that students are making the right choices. PBIS also incentivizes students. So we recognize positive behaviors. We give out beat tickets. We do assemblies. We have dances. We let students know that when you make good choices, there are great rewards that will follow. PBIS is an amazing program. We use it here at Rockledge. I've seen it used in secondary levels as well, but it really makes a difference in the child's behavior, and that ultimately influences their ability to be successful within a school environment.
Hello, Maryland PBIS. Congratulations on 20 years of success in implementing school-wide PBIS in the state. I can't believe 20 years has gone by already. Time has really flown. It doesn't seem that long ago that Lynn Lindy, the Director of Student Services at the time, asked me to be the leader for MSDE for PBIS in Maryland. At first I said no, it just didn't seem like a good fit for me, but as it turns out, it was personally and professionally rewarding to have been able to work with all of the leadership that we had and to be able to touch so many lives in the schools where we implemented PBIS. You think about the leadership team and Susan Barrett, Bert Loans, Jerry Bloom from Shepherd Pratt, Phil Leaf, Susan Keys, then Catherine Bradshaw, and then Katrina Dedman from Johns Hopkins University. The statewide leadership team to include all the local school systems I remember very well: Ginny Dolan, Joey Parr, Chris Leary, and I know there are lots of other people that I should be able to remember their names, but I apologize up front, but I can't remember. As we get older, that's one of the things that goes. Some of the memories that I have of PBIS in Maryland were certainly those early conferences where we spent a couple of days before the conference in the classrooms of Shepherd Pratt assembling notebooks so that the people coming to the training would have something to take home, take back to their schools to help implement. And then they became CDs, and then they became thumb drives. It's probably all online now as all that technology continues to evolve. And then remember those trainings at Turf Valley, where we trained all day, and then in the afternoon, we would have the exemplar school posters all around the conference room, and we would be serving adult beverages and doing raffles for gift certificates. That was an absolute hoot. We did some really good work, and at the same time, I believe that the adults that attended those trainings and conferences really appreciated our efforts. I remember Susan Barrett and Milton McKenna would travel all over the state. Any venue that offered us an opportunity, we would go and try to recruit schools and school systems to be a part of Maryland's PBIS effort. I remember taking the administrator from Dasher Green Elementary School out of Howard County with us, because what we knew was that the administrators we were trying to convince that it was a good idea to implement in their schools, they would listen to an administrator much more carefully than they listened to Milt and Susan. It was a good idea at the time, and it worked out very well. I think the challenge in that PBIS in Maryland or PBIS everywhere has always been, probably continues to be, convincing the adults that they're the ones that actually have to change some of their behaviors in order to get the kids to do what they want them to do in class. I remember going to a training for an alternative education school at one time, and somewhere during the training, one of the adults stood up and said, "Well, Milt, you mean to tell me that if I want a young man to raise his hand in classroom, I got to give him some type of a reward, some type of a chit?" And I said, "Yep, that's one of the things that works." I said, "How is this yelling at him working for you right now?" He didn't answer that, but I suspect that the answer was it wasn't working out all that well, and that's why the kids were in alternative settings. And you still could set those kids up for success behaviorally. Well, I just wanted to have this chance, and I'm very fortunate to have had a chance to congratulate you and let you all know what an honor it was to be able to work with everyone and work with all the schools for the about 10 years I put in while I was in Maryland, the last being, it was part-time, but it was a wonderful experience. Congratulations on 20 years of success in PBIS, and I'm sure you're all looking forward to 20 more years of working with the schools and helping the kids to be successful, not only academically, but behaviorally in our school settings. Congratulations, thanks for listening, and good luck. Good night.
And like help me be like a better person. Like now I'm not about like if somebody like trying to start an argument, I'll be like I'll just walk away.
Stars Academy helped me learn different strategies to control my anger. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I was excellent. I was excellent in the hallways, excellent in class. I was less freaking out. The glitter bottle made me changed because every time I get mad, I get to shaking and I feel better.
Helping me with my behavior problems because it was telling you how to keep your anger down low and not to get mad at people and to ignore. And it was really nice because we did activities and stuff that calmed us down.
It kind of made me happy that I was going to be a better version of myself.
But now I'm just like chill, and it helped me like control like how to be a better person, like how to help people.
I view myself as I have passion, courage, imagination, perseverance, and curiosity inside me now. Because from Stars Junior, what we're talking about right now, it gave me the ability to be all five in one section of the body. The brain and the heart.
Yeah, I'm not getting to any fights and stuff or suspended, and I have a lot of high fives and basically a star ticket, and I'm doing good.
It made me feel good to be in Stars Academy, and I wanted to be in there again.
I think that Stars Academy is an excellent way for the students to bridge the gap in their small community. They have the ability to kind of take other students under their wing and help them to be responsible for them, and it gives them a sense of belonging if they're able to help other students.
I think that PBIS and Stars Academy really work together to foster relationships with students, and it puts a really big importance on relationships with students. And because of that importance in our school, students understand that we care about them, and they know that we are working with them to help them be the best versions of themselves that they can.
Linda Kohler. I am a retired PBIS district coach, and I just want to say happy 20th to PBIS in Maryland. That's awesome. I do remember 2002, and the biggest thing I took away from that was that the staff was given a voice by the administrator to make decisions on implementation of PBIS. And all you administrators out there, please include the staff, because it empowered us. It made us successful. In 2005, I became the district PBIS coach. And I just want to say thank you to MSDE, Shepherd Pratt, and Johns Hopkins for all of the help and the expertise that you gave to me over the years that I spent as PBIS district coach. Coaches out there that are attending this meeting today, congratulations on your dedication to PBIS. October is a crazy month, and you have decided to give up one day to come and learn more about PBIS. There's so much to learn than the surface. And once you understand it fully, it will truly be your passion. It was for me, my 44-year career, PBIS was the biggest passion I had. It made the atmosphere of the school system so much more positive. So start with your Tier 1, make it firm, go to Tier 2, try check in, check out, and then go to Tier 3. And in addition to your FBAs and your BIPs, try Renew. Renew for middle and high school will impact your students who have a possibility of dropping out. Use CEFL for your pre-K, but embed it into your school-wide PBIS. We must address the social and emotional needs of all of our students, and PBIS is the framework in which it can be done. Data decision-making and positive, positive, positive. I hope you all have an awesome year and you have fun implementing PBIS at your school. And happy 20th, PBIS Maryland. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Virginia Dolan, and I was the coordinator of behavioral supports and interventions for Anne Arundel County Schools. Just retired July 1st, about 2 months ago. But I was with the PBIS team here in Maryland from the inception. I remember the day I was in a high school that was having a great deal of difficulty with school violence, school student behaviors. And I wrote a letter, an analysis to our district administrators and analyzed what was needed from the community down to the students. And from that letter, I was asked to become part of the Maryland State team to attend a conference on the IDEA reauthorization with the terminology of every student must have positive behavior supports. Well, since that time, all 3 of my children were married, and I have become a grandmother 5 times. And the rest is history. What I want to say about PBIS in schools and school systems is that it can be and has been very transformative, particularly in our district of now nearly 86,000 students. It moved the culture and climate away from punitive and exclusionary approaches to discipline where students were alienated and disenfranchised from school, and gave teachers and administrators strategies and structures and processes to help the community, the school, to become more positive, proactive, and preventative. Our data has been amazing, and it's not just, we're not referring students, but student behaviors have improved and had improved over this time period for all students. We were able to transform our climate and culture dramatically. That doesn't mean that every school and every student is perfect, and schools have issues, all the time, but it gave a structure to the schools. I do want to say that although we had a great deal of success, it must be couched within the structure of the school system. In other words, PBIS, or if we want to call it multi-tiered systems of support, has a much better effectiveness if it's written into policy. We were able to write our code of conduct along the lines of the MTSS model, and we were able to incorporate it into our strategic plan. once we had those goals and objectives in front of us, we were able to make changes, very dramatic changes. But without buy-in from the school administration, and if you're in a small system or a large system, even the district administration policies, it's difficult to do it, I think, just one school at a time, although it can be done. And it also has to be, if you're looking at implementing from a grassroots on up to top down. So take a few schools, a few administrators who really buy it, and then expand it so that showcase and highlight your successes. I have been privileged to be part of this program process. It changed my career. I was a school psychologist for many years, and it made me really focus on the contextual fit for students, not just taking apart what's wrong with students, but really looking at the environment in which the child is functioning, both in the classroom, in the context of the school, the district, etc. I've been thrilled to be part of this, and I thank the state of Maryland for continuing with their efforts, MSDE, and our partners at Johns Hopkins, the University of Virginia, and Shepherd Pratt Health Systems. Those partnerships were incredibly important to carry this message on. Thank you. It was a great run.
What is PBIS at Oxon Hill Elementary? PBIS at Oxon Hill Elementary is Oxon Hill's way.
Oxon Hill Elementary School has an awesome PBIS program. We are #1 in every category. What it means to me? It means that I am respectful.
We are respectful.
Responsible.
Here at Oxon Hill Elementary School,
we get things done because we are responsible.
Safe.
At Oxon Hill Elementary School, we are safe.
And prepared.
We are prepared. We are prepared.
Excellent job, 5th graders. I like how you guys are showing Oxon Hill's way on full display.
Oxon Hill's way on full display. Walking so safely and quietly in your lines. Okay.
Hi, PBIS Maryland. It's Katrina Debnam. I hope you haven't forgotten about me. I worked for many years with Johns Hopkins on the state leadership team, and I'm still working on the state management team from Virginia, which is where I'm at now. I'm at the University of Virginia. I just wanted to take a moment to say congratulations on 20 years of amazing work and progress related to PBIS in Maryland, and I wish I could be there to celebrate with you all. Take care.